MLP Series Review, Season 2, Episode 1, The Return of Harmony, Part 1. I'm going to do these climax episodes, Episode 1 and 2, and Episode 25 and 26 of each respective season. I'm going to do these reviews a bit differently. I'm going to review them as I go along because these are huge lore importance and huge character development and huge events in general, introducing major villains, defeating major villains, huge character development, stuff like that. So this is the start of this episode is the CMC fighting and Discord statue kind of cracking a little bit to show that he's getting out because of the chaos that they are the CMC are exhibiting. It's kind of strange that Shirley says that Discord is the lack of harmony between ponies, and that is how the Wendigos came about in Hearthswarming. But somehow, when Discord sows his chaos, Wendigos are not an issue. I don't know if that's addressed later or not, but I find that to be a weird issue. The initial chaos scenes in Ponyville are fun. They're nice and they are animated well. Okay, so this is very confusing. Celestia is telling the story of how prior to her and Luna's rule, that Discord ruled Equestria in chaos. Also, she calls him the spirit of disharmony. So if he's the spirit of chaos, then chaos and disharmony are interchangeable. She says that he ruled Equestria prior to her and Luna, but if we look at the Hearthswarming timeline, Hearthswarming is before the three kingdoms becoming one and creating Equestria happens before Celestia and Luna's rule. If Discord ruled before they did, what disharmony, how did he come in? Like, he just came in and was like, my turn? I don't really understand how that happened. Let me listen again. Yes, it appears he was just ruling himself, and he had somehow appeared in Equestria, and Celestia and Luna had to defeat him. So this is again really confusing. They used the elements to turn Discord to stone, but how did they get the elements? When did they exist? If the three tribes were separated, there was no harmony between them, and then they went to Equestria, and then there was harmony between them, and then I would assume that the elements came to be, and then somehow Discord appeared, but he was ruling already. It's just really confusing. Their lore is, it doesn't really make sense a lot of the time. Celestia says that the main six utilized the elements to their full potential by being friends, but the spell that they cast is the same spell that Celestia and Luna cast. So how is it the full potential if they had already done that? Would that not mean that Celestia and Luna also cast the full potential then? So here is where they start already making Celestia look weak. She says that chamber is protected by a spell that only I can break, and somehow Discord got by it, and it doesn't matter what Celestia did. He's just like, nope, that's not how that works. I can do what I want. Which is fair because Discord is so powerful. His magic is really dumb, but it already starts to make Celestia look weaker than she should. Discord putting the elements into Ponyville was a really bad plot device. He could have just literally chaosed them to anywhere in Equestria. I know that it's writing for the sake of the episode, but it just doesn't make sense. They could have magicked it back if they wanted a plot line to say that it came back because their friendship was so powerful that they they could pull the elements to themselves. But the fact that they are like, oh, he just moved them to Ponyville, it just doesn't make any sense. So I guess that is Discord's character not making sense. I think Discord's first speech as well, where he says it's quite lonely being encased in stone, but you wouldn't know that, would you, Celestia? Because I don't turn ponies into stone. I think they really missed a big opportunity here to have Discord be really like uh wrathful, though I guess he would have to have been aware that she did that to Luna. Um, but I want to say that I really do dislike this moment because he does turn the villains to stone at the end of the series, and it seems like he's taking a stance of that is not something that you do because it's evil, and it makes Celestia look more or less, I guess, benevolent than she appears to be to everyone else, which is quite a jab. Discord is such a good villain that it's kind of sad that they reformed him. He being literally the opposite of what they are supposed to represent doesn't make sense that he could be reformed. Um, I mean, I guess evil is the opposite of good, but when you destroy evil, good does not come about. You destroy evil. You could turn evil good, right? But you can't destroy evil to make good. And with Discord, he would be no longer chaos if he were to be harmony. Um, the corruption and the discording of the main six is really interesting. Um, they're all handled pretty good, but I think Fluttershy's is handled the best because she can't be corrupted in the traditional sense. He tries to talk to her. He tries to tell her that she is weak or she's scared or this or that, but kindness is too powerful. He has to resort to just forcing discord onto her, which is not what he did with anyone else. Everyone else corrupted because they were convinced by his words. Um, all in all, this episode being half of an episode, I guess it's kind of hard to judge it, but I'd say that this episode alone is there's no song, but Discord is a really good villain, and there's some Celestia in it, and all of the main six getting corrupt is very interesting as well. So I'd probably give this a 4 out of 5 stars.